Now in Boyle Heights, the fire may be out, but now firefighters are working to clear the air. And while they ventilate the building, some people who live nearby neighborhoods are being asked to shelter in place again. NBC4's Karma Dickerson is live with this breaking update. Karma.
Yes, Annabelle, until moments ago, we were right outside of that facility that went up in flames yesterday. However, we got that alert the same as so many people in the area did that we needed to shelter in place. So we've moved out a little over a mile outside of the evacuation zone. We're west of Lorena Street, and that is an area where people are being told that they might see smoke in the air. And if that is the case, that they should go indoors. But everyone east of Lorena around that Boyle Heights facility is told to shelter in place. I can tell you from personal experience why. You can smell the heavy smoke. I believe we're taking a look at some images now. Here's what's changed. Firefighters are now trying to push smoke out of the building, trying to ventilate. This is really today their first opportunities to get inside of there just because of the nature of the way the fire unfolded yesterday. Now, some people might be a little bit shocked at this because they might have heard most of the morning and yesterday hearing from the LA Fire Department that the air was safe. And that is something that we heard repeatedly from the fire department as recently as this morning. The chief was saying there wasn't anything to be concerned about. However, he did mention that things could change, and that is what happened as people have now gotten this new alert to shelter in place. So to take you back to yesterday, we had a fire that sparked at about 2:30 in the afternoon at a large cold storage facility. It's about 5,000 square feet, a refrigeration facility. What was interesting about this one, Annabelle, is that the roof itself was on fire. So often we see fires that start inside the building and they go through the roof. So it looks like firefighters are fighting it, the roof fire, but really the fire's inside the building. In this case, the roof was on fire. That's where they had their electrical panel, some solar panels, and they're still investigating why exactly this happened. But because of the unique location of the fire, they did fight it in part by using airdrops because they were worried about the firefighter safety actually fighting the fire on the roof. And because of the way it has unfolded, they're really getting their first opportunities to get inside the building and try to check for what other threats and what other fire that they need to mitigate. And that's part of what brings us about a mile away right now, is they're trying to push that smoke out. So they're actively now pushing smoke out of the building, but that means it's going into the community. So again, if you got that alert, if you're within that 1 mile radius, you should be indoors. It smells very bad. It's hard to breathe. So definitely make sure you're heating that. West of Lorena, be on alert. But that is the latest from Boyle Heights. I'm Karma Dickerson.
All right, Karma, thank you so much for that. And we want to go up to News Chopper 4 as we see the smoke. It continues to flow from that warehouse. Meteorologist Melissa McGee is tracking your first alert forecast. You know, Melissa, as we're looking at these live images there, top of mind for so many people, of course, is the air quality. What are the conditions like out there?
Annabelle, the air is fairly quiet and light across our region, but we are still dealing with that onshore flow. So that onshore flow, unfortunately, because of this commercial fire that we were tracking yesterday, it traps all of the pollutants and the particulate matter very low to the surface. And anytime you're dealing with any type of fire, the particles are so thin and so fine, it can be harmful to your health, to your heart, and to your lungs. So the air quality alert is up until 12:30 on Friday. So this includes Los Angeles, Boyle Heights, Hollywood, Culver City, down across areas in Compton and Downey, because we are watching conditions there.